Now, there's an old saying that too much horsepower is never enough. And if you're looking for an argument in the affirmative, I'll give you this, the latest version of the Range Rover Sport SVR. Now, there was one previously. This one's got more power. It used to have 405 kilowatts, now it's got 423. It'll do 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 4.5 seconds. And guess what? It's an SUV as well. Now, the new SVR isn't just about brute power. It's got some smarts as well, and they include less weight. That comes from a carbon fibre bonnet, and even the seats, they're lighter as well. They save about 30 kilos, so that's good for acceleration and top speed. Speaking about top speed, I'm here at Jaguar Land Rover's testing facility in southern England. We're about to go out on the track and see what we can get this thing up to.
Now, you can get the SVR up to some pretty impressive speeds on the test track, and although Range Rover reckons it'll do 280 flat out, we only saw about 240 kilometres an hour, not forgetting you have to brake for corners too. Speeds like that are obviously not applicable in Australia, but even standing still, this is a pretty impressive bit of gear. You can leave the carbon fibre bonnet unpainted and it'll cost you an extra $4,300 on top of the $238,000 asking price. And on top of the new bumper and headlights, the whole thing's been lowered, pimped and blinged compared with the standard Range Rover Sport. Inside are new lightweight performance seats and twin 10-inch screens for the infotainment system, and if you're sick of hitting a button to open the sunroof, that can now be done with the wave of a hand, just like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Being a Range Rover, the SVR is all about luxury as well, so while those seats are supportive, they're also clad in sumptuous leather. Did I mention this thing can accelerate? Oh yeah. Plant the right foot and the supercharged 5-litre V8 bellows. All four 21-inch wheels grip the tarmac and it simply launches. With some 700 Newton metres of torque, it will not only cruise in style, but there's ample left over for overtaking. Dial in sport on the drive selector and stuff like throttle response, steering weight and gearbox sensitivity go up a notch, and even the exhaust note gets louder. The air-sprung suspension gets stiffer too, which is not necessarily a good thing on bumpy roads, but the driver can switch the ride back to comfort mode, and the SVR has enough compliance to make it remarkably nice to be in, while still having enough grip and roll stiffness to demolish the corners as well as the straights.
Now, that was a whole lot of fun. Don't try this at home, kiddies, but I think I just saw 240 kilometres an hour out there on the track. It's a very impressive thing, 2.5 tonnes of SUV, and it goes like the clappers.
Believe me, this is the new kind of muscle car. It'll cost you $238 grand, but if you can afford that, you'll have a lot of fun.